8 mice were placed inside a perfect world. 4 males, 4 females. They had unlimited food, unlimited water, no disease, and 0 predators. 5 years later, every single one of them was dead, and not a single death was caused by anything a vet could diagnose. This was Universe 25, the most disturbing social experiment ever conducted in 1968. American ethologist John Calhoun built a mouse paradise inside a federal research lab. It was a 9-foot square enclosure lined with comfortable walk-up apartments connected by mesh tunnels. The climate was perfect. The food hoppers never ran empty. Calhoun had spent 2 decades asking one question: what happens to a society when nothing is hard anymore? He had built 24 earlier versions of this paradise, and every single one, the population exploded, behaviors warped, and the colony collapsed. Universe 25 was meant to be his flawless, definitive answer. At first, it looked like a triumph. The population doubled every 55 days. By day 315, over 600 mice packed the enclosure, and that is when the social fabric began to tear. In nature, when a colony grows too large, young mice leave to find new territory. But inside Universe 25, there was no escape. Young males with no roles to fill and no space to defend drifted into the center of the pen. They became listless, forming pools of passive bodies. If attacked, they did not fight back. They just absorbed the damage. Meanwhile, a hyper-aggressive group emerged violently, disrupting the remaining nests. Even Calhoun's behavioral sink took hold. Despite empty feeders being available everywhere, the mice compulsively crowded around just a few stations. They lost the ability to eat alone. Social roles evaporated entirely. Exhausted territorial males abandoned their duties. Mothers forced to defend their nests alone while nursing grew hyper-stressed. They began attacking and abandoning their own young. In some sections, infant survival dropped below 5%. The pups who did survive grew up without any model of a normal society. They became what Calhoun called the beautiful ones. These young males never fought, never defended territory, and never tried to mate. They spent their entire lives eating, sleeping, and grooming themselves. Their fur was flawless, because they completely opted out of society. They were physically perfect, but socially extinct. On day 560, the population peaked at 2,200 mice. It would never go higher. The last successful pregnancy occurred on day 920. After that, the colony simply grew old. The beautiful ones kept grooming, the isolated females stayed in their corners, and one by one, the mice died of old age. In May 1973, the last mouse in Universe 25 died. Calhoun wrote that the mice had died 2 deaths. First, the death of the spirit, then the death of the body. When the study came out, the world took away an obvious warning: abundance kills, comfort makes us weak. But that was not Calhoun's conclusion. Calhoun argued that the killer was not comfort, it was the disappearance of meaningful roles. When a population outgrows the social roles available, individuals stop functioning. The structure that gives them a reason to participate vanishes. The food did not run out. The friction that makes being alive feel necessary did. But Calhoun was not a doomer. He spent the rest of his life trying to figure out how to save us from the fate of the mice. He believed humans have a superpower, the mice did not. Ideational generativity. As our physical space shrinks, we can expand into conceptual space, creating new ideas, new networks, and entirely new roles that never existed before. The mice ran out of things to do, and they died. We can always choose to build a new reason to be here. The data is still there. The mice had no choice. We still do.